Hey everyone, thank you for jumping back into the Crypto Ods. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Today, let's dive into the on-chain data and see what's happening behind the Bitcoin chart and the crypto market. If you look at the exchange reserve, on November 21, there were 2,375,000 Bitcoins on exchange. Suddenly, by November 23, this amount dropped to 1,838,000 Bitcoins. When I looking at this, I ask myself, why didn't this affect the price? When the Bitcoin on exchange dropped sharply, I don't know why the price doesn't move on. And on Ethereum, we can see that withdrawal from exchange have continued from November 20th until today. Around 1 million Ethereum have been withdrawn from exchange. Even during the recent couple of months drawdown, withdrawals kept happening and indicating accumulation. Yet the price hasn't shown any reaction. At first, I thought CryptoCount was wrong and its data had a bug. But CoinGlass data shows the same thing. Also, if you look at the liquidity heat map, the highest liquidation is positioned above us, around 120 to 150k levels, around that ones. And short-term holders are still selling. I don't understand why the short-term holders have been selling from 124k until now. Why they are sold their bitcoins in the loss, and they do that non-stop, and they don't stop that. But as we approach the end of the cycle, Bitcoins usually flow toward the OTC and exchange. But over the past 2 months, we've seen them being withdrawn frantically from the exchange. Recently, however, some Bitcoins from miners and institutionals have started moving toward to ATC. But it's not a lot. If a few Bitcoins move toward to the OTC right now. This is the OTC from the miner chart, and this one the OTC balance chart. Just like in the previous cycle, when we were moving parabolic toward higher prices, Bitcoin flowed to OTC. You see, like here. But in this cycle, we have only seen outflows from the OTC and no significant inflows yet. According to market cycle, our 543-day period was supposed to end of the October, so we should have seen the inflow to OTC and exchange. But on-chain data hadn't shown any inflow up to that moment. So, if there are no inflows to exchange or even to OTC, then where is the volume of Bitcoin being sold? Decentralized exchange? I really don't know about that. And when I can't solve a puzzle like this, it drives me mad. And from a scientific perspective, I can't prove anything or fully understand that. On the chart, we see a behavior similar to previous cycle, and fractals that indicate the cycle is ending, yet on the on-chain data shows the opposite one. It signals the continuations of the uptrend. For me, I'm stuck at crossroads of the doubt right now at this situation. It's hard to make a decision for me right now. The price has dropped sharply in recent weeks, but with the small volatilities we've seen over the past few days, from 82k to 92k, within this 10k price range, the volume this destroys matrix is giving us a signals that we're heading toward a phase of a heightened activity. We're getting close to zones of peak buying excitement. But we need to consider one much more important piece of the data. Let's refresh this page. During the recent drop to 82k level, Bitcoin whale balances were showing a heavy accumulation. You see here, this accumulation, I mean. But suddenly with this recent price recovery, 82k to 92k right now, they start selling aggressively. Just look. They exit the market right now. Whenever these whales start exiting, it usually means the market has reached a top or strong resistance, and then a price correction follows. And at the price bottoms, their inflows signals that we have likely hit a floor. This could mean that very soon the price might send a bounce or potentially continues its upward trend. Or if we examine whale balance levels, we can see that they are exiting heavily, just like in the previous cycle. Look at the previous cycle when the whale start to exit the market, right here at the top, and then market start to drop. And look at it right now at this level. When we reach the peak, whales massively withdraw their holdings. Their balance dropped from 3.3 million Bitcoin down to 3 million Bitcoin right now. Here you are. And on top of that, if you look at the retail and large investor index, let's refresh this page for you guys. Retail and the large investor index, you will notice that when we reach a market top, retail investors are still entering while the large investors exit rapidly. This time, with this price bonus, we can see that the large investors, look at the pink ones, they are exit the market, but the purple ones, the retail investors, they are jumping to the market right at this level. If you look at the last cycle in 2021, you see right here, when the large investors exit the market, but vice versa, the retail investors jump into the market at this level, you see. And that one happening again. This time with this price bonus, we can see that the large investors are exiting the market again, but unlike the previous drop when retail investors were strongly exiting, this time retail is coming back into the market, while large investors are doing the opposite and are moving out. At the situations of the market, On-chain data, some of them, along with the liquidity map, is giving bullish signals, while other metrics suggest we may be near the end of the cycle. We might see a relief rally up to the 50 weeks moving average, and it's even possible that we from a weaker new high. It is possible, not 100%. For me, it's possible, maybe 20%. 20%. We could 20% possible to make a new weaker all-time high, but 80% I believe that we go to the bear market. The data is extremely confusing and unclear, but what I do know is that the market risk is very high right now because it's incredibly difficult to determine the correct direction. I hope you make the right decision and shape the bright future for yourselves. Don't forget to like and comment and subscribe to the channel.